it's me, Chris Colley. I am in the rubber room this morning. Those of you that are familiar with my channel here or my page know that on Wednesdays at noon I pop on here and do a live at lunchtime. Today we're going to be doing a live at breakfast, maybe? I guess that's what you could call it. I am going live now because I'm getting ready to leave on vacation, and so I wanted to pop on here and do my live before I left. As you guys know, it's been like a super rainy July here in Rochester Hills, Michigan, and I have been like plagued with rains and storms and power outages. It's just been a really long, wet July here. So I am heading off to go up north, spend some time with my brothers and my sister-in-law, and hopefully get some boat time in and just relax and unwind without my big to-do list every morning. So, but I didn't want you guys to feel neglected, and I wanted to have a chance to hop on one last time and share with you a little video before I go, and hopefully some creative inspiration. If you follow my group page at Rubber Room Stamping Friends, you know that I am having a pop-up sale while I am gone. My big goal each year is to earn the incentive trip. This year we're going to be going to Mexico. I am super excited to say that I am right around $900 from earning the trip. So, and it's all possible because of you guys who support my business and, of course, my amazing downline. So I'm having a little sale this weekend to kind of help me reach that goal and push me over into Mexico. It's a simple one. There is a link. It's an ordering link. So when you order using that link, all you'll have to do is click on it. And I am going to give you the amount of your order plus $25 in product that is new, unopened, unused, and it is going to come to you in the mail, and I will pay for the cost of shipping also. So you can get stamps and paper, lots of different things could be in your mystery box. So when you place a $30 order, I am going to send you at least $55 in product. If you place a $50 order, you'll get at least $75 in product. And when your order is $50 or more, for every $50, you're going to get that free bonus days coupon worth $5 that you can use in August. So that's my exciting sale. I hope that you guys will help to support me and get me on the trip. Good morning, Cindy. This card is actually a fun fold card. Yesterday I did my fun fold class, and what I did was I cased cards that I had gotten in swaps. So this was the swap card that I got, and it opens like this. So you can see it has your little circle here. All of the circles that we used for our class yesterday were from the Stylish Shapes dies. So if you don't have the Stylish Shapes dies, you need them. They're layering circles, they're layering squares, and then they have layering banners. So this was the card that I got in my swap, and this is how I cased the card. And then on the inside, we put the little happy day and some clouds and flowers in there. So a gorgeous card. And then this is the one I got in the swap. These all have some really fun. Isn't that fun? Look at that fold. I love it. So we did this one yesterday. As part of the class, you did get some product. So you got this designer series paper, these iridescent pearls, and then you also got a spool of the linen thread. So this one opens like this, and we use the little punch here. Isn't that fun? I had so much fun designing this class with these cards because these folds are just like amazing. But when you go to make the cards or duplicate them, they are really kind of easy to do. So that one opens like that. And then this is the one that we made yesterday. I love this bird's eye view stamp set. This is also the stamp set that we're going to be using for our creativity club this month. Isn't it beautiful? How fun is that? And then this one, I did not get in a swap. This was one that one of my downline brought to a team meeting and shared the pattern with us. And then another one of my downline was here, and we were putting things together for a table display, and she came up with this one. So this is just kind of your belly band. And we did a little bit of die cutting there. And then your card opens like this. Isn't that cool? I love that. So, of course, I had to recreate it or case it, copy, and share everything. So here is my cased version of it. In fact, next month we're going to be using this Just My Type stamp set for our creativity club. I don't know about you guys, but I just have the huge list for things in the new catalog that I just absolutely love. How about that? This is just our belly band, and then your card opens like this. Isn't that cool? I think this is just such a super fun fold. And you can even stand your card up like this, and it has kind of like that parachute kind of look to it. Super fun. So again, those were from our Fun Folds class yesterday. And as I'm earning the trip, I've added some extra classes in. And so my class in August is going to be August 6th, which is just one small week from this Saturday. We are going to be using standalone dies. So a standalone die is a die that does not coordinate with a specific set in the catalog. So there are some really great dies in the catalog. I'm going to share just a few with you so that you know what I mean when I say a standalone die. This is the one that is my all-time favorite from this catalog, I think. It's called Wanted to Say, and it has all these great words in it, and you can actually see what it looks like on page 35. So just bear with me. I'm getting excited this morning. It's so you see the feel better soon here, the celebrate words up here. So they're just dies that can really coordinate easily with anything in our catalog. So some just really fun ones are in here. The nested dies, Stitched Whimsy is one. Here's the Stylish Shapes dies. Those are the circles and the squares, and then the banners that we just talked about this morning. Okay, Stitched Whimsy. These dies don't really cut. They just give you kind of an embossed impression. This one here, Gorgeous Garden. Oh my gosh, you guys are going to fall in love with this one. It is so cool. And it's just these two dies. Let's see if we can pop over to page 18. And look at it. Isn't that gorgeous? And we have some amazing designer series paper. This is just beautiful. So I'm excited to use some of these standalone dies. Again, the class is going to be on Saturday, August 5th, and it's going to be from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock. And it is $20, well, it's $15 or free with a minimum $20 purchase at class. And you can purchase anything that you want in the catalog. It can even be adhesives if you want. So, but the class is $15 with no purchase. And if you purchase $20, it's a free class. So be sure to watch for my signups. My RSVP posts. This is the card we're going to make today. I did, it was part of our online exclusives class that I did last month. And we had a lot of fun. Your little sentiment comes from the Sending Smiles stamp set. And this stamp set was actually a bundle. It isn't anymore, but you can order them both separately. And you have these really great long die cuts in here, and then you have die cuts that match some of the flowers in this stamp set, but I love these kind of long skinny sayings. And again, here's the word sending with an outline to it. So that's kind of, I love those word dies. They make creating super duper easy. And of course the Trucking Along stamp set, and it coordinates in a bundle with the punch. And so this is your punch. And this is kind of a punch builder because you can get these kind of fenders in your tires. That I think is your windshield or your window from the door of the truck. So that's kind of a really fun bundle. If you're going, wow, I haven't seen that bundle in the catalog, you have not, and you will not. This is an online exclusive, meaning you can only find it when you go online. But it is super easy to find when you go online. All you have to do is go to rubberroom.stampinup.net and click in the search bar, Trucking Along. Or if you want to see the other online exclusive options available to you, just put in the search bar online exclusives. There are lots of them there, including one they just added, which is a replacement scoring blade for a paper trimmer, which a lot of my customers were asking for, so I'm super glad that they did that. Okay, so that's our Trucking Along stamp set. And then we're going to be using our timber embossing folder. Let's see if I can get that up close enough so you guys can see. It actually has like little tree bark embossing in it. So that's kind of cool. So those are what the products that we're going to be using today. And I have just kind of a little kit here, which is going to be my Misty Moonlight cardstock. And it is 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. And then I have a 5 1/4 by 4 piece of basic white, and you can see I've already run that through the embossing folder. And I have already die cut this piece of basic white, so we'll see how steady I am this morning without my coffee, getting my words on there. And then this piece is going to go right behind here. Just like that. We're going to kind of mount it on there. And then I have 2 pieces of basic white. I'm going to be stamping on these 2 pieces. And then I have a piece of DSP that I cut with one of those banners. Okay. And then I have this piece of ribbon. And you're going to go, oh boy, where did that ribbon come from? Well, this ribbon is actually the Night of Navy 3/8 inch ribbon bordered. It's a 3/8 inch bordered ribbon, Night of Navy. And you can see it has these 2 solid borders. And all I did was cut this piece right off the edge there. So it's just that border. Okay? I love to manipulate and play with my ribbon, so this is perfect. And I'm actually going to be using these iridescent rhinestone basic jewels. So these are, can you see all the different light in that? They're kind of clear, and then whatever paper you put them with, they kind of take on that color. See how blue they look when I put them with this? They're just absolutely gorgeous. And they come in 3 sizes. So you have this big one, this kind of medium one, and then these little smaller ones. So you can see all 3 sizes here. Okay. And then we're going to use our stamps. I'm going to be using Granny Apple Green ink and Misty Moonlight ink. Okay. And the last thing I'm going to be using is my marker. This is a basic black marker. Okay. And I'm going to start off with the hard part first, right? I'm going to ink up my sentiment, which says, sending you sunny thoughts. And I'm going to ink it in my Misty Moonlight ink, just a couple really quick taps. And these are photopolymers, so you can see right through them. So I can see I don't have any ring around my rubber there. And I'm going to get my little die cut piece out here. And I'm going to stamp right in the middle of it. And hopefully stamp in the middle and straight. There we go. I can live with that. Okay. That's pretty good for a girl without any coffee, right? All right. So next I am going to, let's get these pieces out of the way. I am going to stamp on my scrap paper here. And I am going to start with the Granny Apple Green ink pad. And this is a two-step stamp. So you have just the outline of the trees. Let me see if I can get that up there so you guys can see that. I'll go this way with it. And there's just a little bit of a delay here. So I'm waiting to see if I can get this in the middle. I think if I put my thing on there, this is just the outline of the tree. Okay, and then you have this solid one, and that's going to be the inside of the tree. There, I guess you can see it better that way. So you have the outline, and then you have the solid part. So I'm going to stamp the outline first because that gives me a good guide to stamp the inside. Now, a lot of people prefer to do the inside first, so this is totally just a personal preference thing with you. So I'm going to stamp my Granny Apple Green, and it really looks like nothing, right? But it's going to be kind of a palm tree with a little surfboard down here. That's kind of, there's a surfboard and something like a soccer ball maybe. So I'm going to take the inside, and I'm going to stamp off. You could use two different colors of green, two different shades of green if you wanted to, but I'm going to keep it simple. And I'm just going to line my images up. This might be harder than stamping those words on there was. Okay. So now you can see I've got that little green inside of my outline. Okay? I'm trying to get this in the center, but I'm going the wrong way. There we go, much better. So you have that little green, and now you can see that it looks more like a palm tree. All right, now I am going to take the outside of my truck. And remember, I said this is two-step stamping, meaning you have an outside and an inside. So this is going to be my outline or my outside, and that's going to be the solid on the inside. If you're not good at lining up or you prefer to color, you can color your truck and not stamp the inside. But I'm going to bring in my scrap paper. I'm using my Memento Tuxedo Black ink. Just going to ink my truck up, stamp them on my scrap paper. There we go. Easy as that, right? And I'm going to bring my Misty Moonlight ink back in. For those of you who aren't familiar with our ink pads, they open like a cosmetic case. See that little groove there on the end? You're just going to put your thumb in there, lift up on it, flip it over, and then push your tray back. Okay, simple and easy. And I'm going to come in with my inside of my truck stamp, and I want it to be a lighter stamp. So again, I am going to ink it up, and then I'm going to stamp it off, and then I'm going to use that outline to line it up. There we go. And that's going to make my truck. Okay, isn't that cool? Super easy and quick to do. And then I'm going to bring my truck in. I'm going to turn my punch upside down. And that allows me to see exactly where I'm putting my truck in there. And I'm just gonna guide it along. If your scrap piece of paper is small, feel free to add a little handle on it using a Post-it note. Just stick it over there. Okay, so you can see I have my truck lined up right inside my punch. Just gonna punch it out. You do want to be careful not to get the little fatty part of your thumb in that punch because it hurts when you get it in there. And now I'm going to bring in my little black marker, my Stampin' Right marker, and I am just going to color the inside of my tires and then the outer edge. And your Stampin' Right markers come with this kind of blunt or fine tip, if you will. And they also have a brush tip at the other end of them on the other side. So you can color with whichever side. I like to use this blunt side. Here's what your brush tip looks like. So you do have kind of a fine point there too. But I like this little blunt tip or bullet tip, I think they call it. And I like it because it gives me a lot more control when I'm doing, especially like these little parts of something. So it takes probably a few minutes longer, but I think it works better. And then I'm also going to just come in and color that little piece of the steering wheel. Okay. And then I'm going to take just a minute with my little paper snips to cut out my pine tree here. I'm going to leave just a little tiny bit of a white edge on it. And I always like to give it a white edge, even if you notice our punches. Like when I punched my truck, it has that little bit of a white edge on it still. I think that little bit of a white helps to pop it so it doesn't blend in with, especially some of our DSPs get kind of busy. And if you take a small image that you've cut out, it can kind of disappear almost in our designer series paper. And if you notice, this tree is going kind of at like a Willy Wonka here. There's a space cut out and it has no tree on it. So it looks like you only have half of your tree. But that's because it's going to go right up above our truck. So this tree is going to go in our flatbed part of our truck. And then the side of it over here is I'm gonna leave it a little bit extra down there so I can tape it to my truck. So this is gonna go right over the top of our truck. So it's gonna go together like this. And that's why you have that edge of the palm tree that you're like cutting off there. Okay, so let's get our pieces together. I'm going to start by tying this. I didn't tie it in a bow because I thought some people in the class might want to wrap it around here and tie it. And I think I might, just because nobody in class did, and I would like to see what it looks like that way. So I am going to start by folding my card base, which again is 5.5 by 8.5, and it's scored on the 8.5 side at 4 1/4. Just gonna fold it on that score line and burnish it. And then I am going to bring in my piece that is embossed, this basic white that we embossed with the bark embossing folder, or I'm sorry, the timber embossing folder. And when I'm doing things that have been embossed, it has all those really great little nooks and crannies. So I am adding my adhesive all the way around it so that I get adhesive in all of those gorgeous little nooks and crannies. And then I'm just going to do this across it for a little bit of extra oomph, sort of. So it has a little bit of extra stick to it. And then I'm just going to place it on my card front, okay? And then I'm going to take my little banner piece and my ribbon. I think I'm going to wrap my ribbon around there twice. We'll see what it looks like. Yeah, I think twice is going to be fun. So I'll wrap it around twice, and then I'll tie my knot. I like to try different things because I'm always like, gosh, I wonder what it would look like if I did this or if I did that, because we have so many exciting products that it's hard sometimes to just choose one and one way to use it. Like this ribbon is so gorgeous. When you cut that border off, you have so many more options. If you frayed it, that would bring more options into the picture. I got just a little piece here. So I'm going to work with that, and it'll look a little hard to do for a minute, but we got it. Oh, I like that, you guys. What do you think? Drop me a comment and let me know if you like the bow or the double. So we have this nice little double wrap. What is that? We'll just pull it up here. So you have this nice little double wrap that's going to look like this, or you have this bow. So drop me a line in the comments and let me know which one you like. And because we double wrapped this, I think I'm going to use some of my adhesive strips on here. You can see this is the designer series paper from that Gone Fishing designer pack. So these are our foam adhesive strips, and they're just like a long skinny strip of our dimensionals. So I'm just going to put this on the back, and they're sticky. You peel the backing off and they're sticky on both sides. And there we go. I'm going to put that up here, right at the edge of my card. Now this card was cased from the online exclusive advertisement, and they did it as a Christmas card. I think it looks great as a summer card. So this stamp set has a lot of versatility. This little thing is really bugging me, can you tell? So I'm just gonna force its hand with a little glue dot. And I'm gonna put that glue dot, I'm gonna lift up both of these parts that I tied. Put that little glue dot under there. And put that ribbon into it. All right, here we go. It's just catching the edge, but I think that's going to be enough. I think I can work with that. Okay. So I'm going to bring in my regular dimensionals. I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive to this piece here. Actually, I'm going to add it to the bed of my truck. I'm just going to run my stamp and seal across there. And then I'm going to put my tree inside it. And it's going to come just down over the top of my truck. So you can see it's just kind of in the bed of my truck, which is really fun. And I'm going to use my regular dimensionals on that. In fact, I'm going to put one right on this little corner here, and that will kind of hold my tree in there really good. Okay, so I think I have like enough dimensionals on there. I'm going to bring in my words, and I am going to just adhere them. If you're a green glue fan, you can use your green glue. Green glue is not really, and it's really Tombow glue. So it's this Tombow mono liquid glue that it's perfect for the back of this. Or you could use some adhesive backing paper, adhesive back paper to it also. I'm just going to use my good old Stampin' Seal though. I'm going to put it on there in the center. There we go. And then I'm going to put some more Stampin' Seal on the back here. I'm just going to put that. Let me throw my truck on here. I think I'm going to put my truck on first. So I'm just going to take the backs off here. Thanks for hanging out with me, you guys, this morning. This is like the perfect way, actually, to start my vacation with you guys. That's like so fun. Okay, so I'm going to put my truck there. I think that way it is straight. Okay, so now I'm just going to kind of stick this under there. I'm going to just stand up and make sure that that's straight. Okay, there we go. How fun is that? I'm going to bring in my ribbon scissors and just I kind of like that frayed look on there. So I'm just going to trim this up at the tiniest of little bits there. And then I'm going to give it a little bit of that frayed just at the bottom there. Kind of makes it look a little more vintage or worn. And where are those? Okay, I put my glue dots away. And oh, here they are. Gosh, I was being so careful so I didn't miss anything. And I'm going to actually do some little tiny ones. And I think I'll pull out a couple of medium ones. So I have like these 2 medium ones. You can use your take your pick tool for these if you want. I'm going to do a regular kind of one and then a smaller one towards the front. I don't know. I don't think I like that one very much. Up there. So I think I'll put it down here. And then I'll use another medium one. Kind of. I'm going to go there. And you can really put them anywhere. You don't have to follow my lead with that one. So this is it, you guys. So I want to know the knot or the bow. Which one do you guys like best? The knot or the bow? Okay, don't forget, exciting things happening this weekend. And I am going to be on vacation, but we're having the pop-up sale. And next weekend is our stand-alone die class. So you want to be sure that you participate in both of those. Have a great weekend, you guys, and enjoy it. It's the last weekend in July. Bye-bye.